Welcome to the Hidden Palace with Skyblaze.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Skyblaze, and this is the WinterFest special of the Hidden Palace. Yes, I am back. I live. I apologise for my prolonged absence, but those of you who were around for WinterFest last year might know that one of my very close friends passed away, and that was quite hard to deal with. And I've had a bunch of health problems, including a diagnosis of anemia, which has messed me up for quite a while. But I'm finally starting to feel better, so hopefully I'll be able to do more shows in 2026. That would be great, wouldn't it? So, hello everyone! Hello to the Discord, hello to everybody who's listening in. So, with Christmas that is soon approaching, I felt it would be apt to do a show around something that could be sort of linked-ish to the festive season. So I thought, well, kids get presents at Christmas. What do we have any, like, Sega-related kids things? Ah, yes we do. So we have Sega games that were sold under the Kids Gear branding. For those who are not aware, Kids Gear was a brand which was applied to a small selection of Game Gear games which were released near the end of the handheld's lifespan in Japan and parts of Asia. And one other place that I'll mention later. You'll understand later. Also, if you make sure that you stay tuned in and stay on the Discord server, because I will have a prize later. There will be a quiz with a fabulous prize, but I will tell you more about that later. For now, I am going to get started on the topic for today. So our first game is one that actually brought this topic to my attention, because I was looking up things to do with Panzer Dragoon. Because I wanted to put some of the completely legal backups on my Mr. Pi. Yo ho fiddly dee. So I came across something called Panzer Dragoon Mini. This game, as you may expect, due to the limitations of the Game Gear, wouldn't be seeing any of the 3D graphics that you expect from the home console brethren, Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon Zwei. But despite the low graphical nature, the gameplay is otherwise pretty similar. You have an open field which you can move around in as you attack oncoming enemies. I should loop my talkbed. Loop the talkbed. If you look at any screenshots, you may actually make a more accurate comparison to something like Space Harrier, because it's a kind of into-the-screen perspective. But some of the features of Panzer Dragoon do come along fairly accurately, namely in the way that you attack. As with the other Panzer Dragoon games, you move your targeting reticule rather than your dragon, and if you hold the attack button down, you can move the reticule and lock onto multiple enemies at once. This is also similar to how the tornado sections in the original Sonic Adventure work. There are 3 difficulty levels which you can select. They go from easy, medium, and hard. And you can also select from 3 different dragons, each of which have their own characteristics. The Black Dragon has the fastest lock-on speed and the best health recovery at each level. The Blue Dragon has the fastest movement speed and firing rate, while the Red Dragon does the most damage but has poor lock-on speed, maneuverability, and health recovery. I can just feel every single person who's ever played the original Drakengard being like, yeah, Red Dragons tend to be like that. Moving on. So only the most skilled players should opt for the Red Dragon. People who want to do a challenge run, basically. As you play through the game, if you want to continue where you left off, you'll need to make a note of a password which is shown to you at the end of each stage. because there is no battery backup. We have to suck it up. Here, use some passwords. This is old school. So let's have some music. So I did manage to get some music from Panzer Dragoon Mini. So from Panzer Dragoon Mini we have from episode 1 and 5, C. And then from the original Panzer Dragoon we have the main title theme. So I'm going to play those. I hope you enjoy them. I'll be back after the music break to talk about the next game. And we are back, and that was Panzer Dragoon main title theme, and before that we had from Panzer Dragoon Mini, Episode 1 and 5, C. Or possibly Sega Entertainment America, could be either. So the next up is Virtua Fighter Mini, or Virtua Fighter Animation, as it was known outside of Japan. The main reason for this other name was because it was based on the Virtua Fighter anime rather than the game series, which the anime is itself based on. For recursion, see recursion. As such, the story mode of the game has you follow the plot of the anime, starting with Akira as he embarks on a quest to see the 8 stars in the sky that can only be seen by those who possess true strength. So that's the thing, apparently. On this quest, he soon encounters Pai-chan, who is our first opponent in this game, and it's here that we get our first look at the gameplay. Somewhat surprisingly for a fighting game on the Game Gear, the sprite animation is very smooth, and it does actually follow the core gameplay of Virtua Fighter quite closely. Again, quite impressive for something on the Game Gear. You have your typical 1v1 matches, and you'll win if you can beat your opponent or get them to ring out. One thing to note is that you can't pause your game. The start button is used to guard, while buttons 1 and 2 have you punch and kick, respectively. Which means you kind of run out of buttons quite quickly. As you play through the story mode, you will unlock additional fighters, which you can then choose from before each fight. Along with the story mode, you can also do single fights against the CPU. And if you're in Japan... here we go again. You can use the the versus cable to fight a friend. Thanks for that. The only other place that you can do this is in the strange pocket dimension where Sega won the console wars. Long-time listeners will of course know that I am talking about Brazil, where Tectoy brought the game out on the Master System. What is it with Brazil? Let's see what's happening in the chat. Oh, yeah, Johnny Atma from GaMetal posted a nice Cap Zone remix after the end of Rex's show, which was a case of quite bad timing on his part. But I have managed to squeeze it in. You will be able to enjoy it as I wait for the answers to my allegedly evil quiz. People keep saying this. It's like, they're not that hard. All you have to do is just listen to my shows. I give you all the answers. But, yeah, Jamie's saying Virtua Fighter Mini based on the anime, based on the game based on the anime, based on the game. Striker Zero says it's surprised there isn't a lot of anime shows from Sega. I think the last anime from Sega was Shenmue. Depends on whether or not you count the Atlas animes, because there was like Persona 4 and 5 that were done as animes, which was more recent. I would, because they are part of Sega now. But, you know. It's Purpose is saying Brazil was loyal. Daytona USA and JSR would have, if they had anime adaptations, they would go hard. I mean, Daytona USA, that would be like your typical sports anime setup, wouldn't it? It'd be something like Initial D. Vaguely. Viper's saying he had zero idea there was a Master System port of this. It's like, you want me to pay attention in school. I think he's right with Shenmue, that's 22, 23. Really? Oh, okay. I have learned a thing. But for now, we shall have some more music. And then after this music break, guess what? It's quiz time. So, enjoy this music, which we have from Virtua Fighter Mini. We have Jacky Stage. And then after that, we have from Virtua Fighter Remix on the Saturn Game Start / DURAL. So please enjoy that, and I'll be back after this music break for the quiz, where you can win a fabulous prize. See you in a bit.
WinterFest is here. Pull on your Christmas jumper and get cozy down by the fire for a full weekend of festive gaming content. Our gift to you, right here on Radio Sega.
And we are back, and that was Virtua Fighter Remix Game Start / DURAL, and before that we had from Virtua Fighter Mini Jacky stage. Right, dun 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 dun, it's now time for the special Winterfest quiz. You have the chance to win a custom 3D printed supersonic statue, which we are printing ourselves using gold filament. And I will get a friend of mine who actually paints things like Warhammer minis to do the paint job on it. So you can be reasonably sure that the quality will be higher than that offered by limited run games. I'm just saying. Just saying. All you need to do is listen very closely to these 5 questions. And when I go into my next music break, you can send me the answers via Discord private message. Find me in Discord chat as Frozen Skies, and you can tap or click on my profile in order to send me a message. Yeah, as somebody who actually ordered the Sonic X Shadow Generations thing from Limited Run Games, firstly, that we've had to wait this long, and secondly, when we finally did get a glimpse of the statue, it looks awful. If ours looks that bad, I am gonna get someone to repaint it, because it looks terrible. I mean, we could get lucky and it could look fine, but I'm not holding my breath. But yeah, I'll read out these 5 questions, and I'll play 2 songs, so you will have plenty of time to get your answers in. The first person to send me all 5 correct answers will win the prize. And here's hoping that it's somebody in Europe. So, I hope everyone is ready. I'll loop my talk bed. There we go. Also, one of the pieces of music that we'll be playing as I'm waiting for people to send me the answers is the new Ice Cap Zone remix from GaMetal. So I hope you enjoy that. So, the quiz questions. Question 1. In Devil Summoners, Soul Hackers, what is the name of the hacker group the player character is part of? I'll say that again. In Devil Summoners, Soul Hackers, what is the name of the hacker group the player character is part of? Question 2. Mega Man: The Wily Wars was originally only available in the USA using which online service? Mega Man: The Wily Wars was originally only available in the USA using what online service? Question 3. The Mega Drive and Master System / Game Gear version of Superman the Man of Steel had one major difference between Superman's powers on the Mega Drive and Master System versions. What was that difference? The Mega Drive and Master System / Game Gear version of Superman the Man of Steel had one major difference between Superman's powers depending on the version. What was that difference? Question 4. Sega Saturn game Steep Slope Sliders has 4 oddly named unlockable characters. What were they called? Sega Saturn game Steep Slope Sliders has 4 oddly named unlockable characters. What were they called? Question 5. Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll added a new character called Jam. What was their profession? Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll added a new character called Jam. What was their profession? Okay, those are your 5 questions. I am now going to play the 2 pieces of music. You need to get all 5 answers to me before the end of this music break. We have from Daytona USA, Wait No Use, and then the brand new GaMetal remix of Ice Cap Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So you have until the end of that, which gives you about 5 minutes. Enjoy, and I'll be back after this. Tell you who the winner is. And we are back. Sorry about that, my mouse cursor went for a walk. Let me see. No. Where are the answers? There they are. Right, so nobody got all 5 correct. However, we do still have a winner. Because the first person to get 4 correct answers was, in fact, Rick. Well done, Rick. So I'm going to read out all of the questions and the correct answers now. So, in Devil Summoner's Soul Hackers, what was the name of the hacker group the player character is part of? We have the Spookies. Mega Man The Wily Wars, originally available in the USA using which online service? That would be the Sega Channel. The Mega Drive and Master System / Game Gear version of Superman the Man of Steel had one major difference between Superman's powers. And that is that Superman can fly in the SMS / GG version. Sega Saturn games Steep Slope Sliders had 4 oddly named unlockable characters. What were they called? This was Boy, Racer, Alien, and Baldy. Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll had a new character called Jam. What was their profession? They were a personal trainer, or fitness trainer. I would have accepted fitness trainer. But yeah. So yeah, well done, Rick. If you can send me your address as soon as the statue is finished printing and painted, I will have it packed up and sent to you. So I hope you enjoy your shiny gold supersonic. Snowclips is saying I did find the correct Superman answer right after I sent my answers. Yeah, a lot of people struggled with the Steep Slope Sliders one. That was a bit of an evil question. Yeah, I admit that one was a bit evil. The other ones I don't think were that bad. Maybe. Or maybe I'm continuing my reputation of doing evil things during quizzes. Answers on a postcard or in the Discord server. Moving on! We have the only third-party game to be given the Kids Gear branding. And this would be Bust a Move, known in Japan as Puzzle Bobble. Those who know nothing of this game, you will need to fire bubbles of various colours towards the top of the screen and try and form groups of 3, which will be removed and award you points. You'll have seen this sort of thing because there's 6,000,006 versions of it on the mobile storefronts. How does Greyfall put up with me?
I put up with them as much as they put up with me.
That's probably true, actually, yeah. I would remind you that he does make a lot of really, really terrible puns. Like, really spectacularly awful puns. Moving on. So, along with 8 differently coloured bubbles, you can also get 3 special bubbles, which each have different effects if they are hit by another bubble. The lightning bubble will shoot lightning horizontally, breaking all bubbles in its path. The fire bubble will destroy all bubbles around in a radius. The water bubble will release a waterfall that paints all the bubbles it touches the same colour. So along with a 1-player mode, which has 100 rounds to play through, which also has a password function if you can't make it through all 100 rounds before your AA batteries die. And let's face it, who can? Especially on a Game Gear, which lasts about 10 minutes on battery power. It's a reason my friend who actually owned a Game Gear usually had it plugged into the mains. You can also play with a friend if you have the Versus cable or gear-to-gear cable to link 2 Game Gears together. Lastly, you have the Challenge Record, a single-player endless mode, which sees new lines being added as you eliminate them. Oh, that's adorable! Thank you, Rick. So Rick's saying, oh, 100%, 1,000%. I obviously Godsmack to have won. I'm also a big advocate of Supersonic being gold, not yellow, which I'm always moaning about on social media, so this is especially meaningful and treasured as a prize. Oh, that's great. I love that. I have a similar thing because I maintain that Super Shadow should be silver, not yellow or gold. He's silver when he transforms. No, I will die on this hill. Right. Moving on. Oh dear. Where was I? I still think this is one of the coolest Game Gear variants. That one is pretty cool. So Kids Gear branded Game Gear, and the illustration on it looks very cool. It is extremely cool. I was quite pleased in the movie where you get the Supersonic and Super Shadow transformation, and Shadow does look more silver. I was like, yes! Where was I? Oh yeah, music. I should do that. No idea what's going on. Jamie? Shush. Right, so from Bust a Move / Puzzle Bobble, we have Versus Challenge. And then, because I felt like it, we have From Columns. It's a puzzle game, shut up. We have the Atropos Bells version. So I hope you enjoyed that, and after the break, we'll be going into the Chiptune Corner.
Whether you're naughty or nice, you're all getting the gift of WinterFest, only on Radio Sega.
And we are back, and that was Column's Atropos Bells version, and before that we had from Buster Move Puzzle Bobble the Versus Challenge. So now it's time to enter the chiptune corner. Also, it turns out, yeah, my reputation for doing rock hard evil quizzes remains intact. I keep thinking, it's like, maybe I should make it easier next time, and I never do. Oh well. So, since it is almost Christmas, and it's WinterFest, I have chosen a song to reflect this festive time of year. So I've picked a track by prolific music composer and producer ChronoWolf. Originally hailing from Australia, ChronoWolf moved to the USA in 2015 to pursue his music career. Since then, he has released numerous albums and EPs across a range of genres, from chiptune electronica through to fully orchestrated scores and soundtracks. This particular track is called Slay the Bells, and if you are a fan of a certain old-school first-person shooter, you might recognise some of it. I'm just saying. Jerry says, will 2026 be the year where places makes it easier? Hell no. It might happen. Never say never. I mean, it's unlikely, but it could happen. But yeah, this is a track by ChronoWolf. If you wish to know more about his music, I recommend that you go to his personal website, where he has listed his discography and places that you can buy his music. And I'll post that into the Discord chat. There we go. So, this is ChronoWolf with Slay the Bells. Enjoy, and I'll be back after this to close out the show. And we are back, and that was ChronoWolf with Slay the Bells. Isn't that a banger? And yes, my husband was, Greyfall was quite correct. It is based on the first level of Doom. Just very chiptune and really awesome. But thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope everyone has been enjoying Winterfest and all the brilliant hosts and shows that we have had so far. We've got one last show left, and that is the amazing Yusuf Atlani, who is gone after me. But before that, I have my last song. So some of you may know that I play the acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. Just this week, a new raid tier was added to the game. The final battle of that raid tier has a song created by none other than rock and metal legend Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave fame. And I'm going to play it for you. Right, saying, is that the one with three tile? Correct. I'm not doing the entire me. But I thought I'd get a reference to it in. So, I hope you enjoyed this last track and our final show of Winterfest. And I hope you enjoyed the Hidden Palace. And I should hopefully be back next year, probably towards the end of January. But I've been Skyblaze, and this has been the Winterfest edition of the Hidden Palace. Merry Yule, and a Happy New Year to you all.
Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Only one option, light it up. Ha! Heart is pounding out my chest, the blood boils inside of me. Looking at the walls around me, closing in, I think, what's it gonna be? Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go! Light it up, let's go! Everything burns! Light it up, let's go! Light it up, let's go! I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns! Everything burns! Bones are shaking out my skin, I got tingling in my hands. Moving like a lightning strike, I'm on tonight, so just catch me if you can. Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns! Whole house packed, not here to make friends. Do or die moment, I love it this tense. Who am I taking out, thinking you're next? You're next. Cause everything burns. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go! Light it up, let's go! Everything burns! Light it up, let's go! Light it up, let's go! I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns! Everything burns! Heart is pounding out my chest, the blood boils inside of me. Looking at the walls around me, closing in, I think, what's it gonna be? Never had a choice, never never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, when there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try, everything burns. Everything burns. Bones are shaking out my skin, I got tingling in my hands. Moving like a lightning strike, I'm on tonight, so just catch me if you can. Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try, everything burns. Whole house packed, not here to make friends. Do or die moment, I love it this tense. Who am I taking out thinking you're next? You're next. Cause everything burns. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try, everything burns. Everything burns.
Enjoying the WinterFest? Why not keep listening to Radio Sega once it's over? There's plenty of live shows, and you can even request your favorite music from our playlist. You're listening to Radio Sega, playing the best Sega music 24/7.